sun warms a mild November's day, one of celebration for the town. Pomp and splendour by the band, the authorities arriving at the station, carriages heading to the monastery, the peal of bells, the whoosh of firecrackers, and the townsfolk dressed up in their Sunday best. This is a snapshot of our very first day, the start of our history. It came during times of great change and need. In 1874, agriculture was struggling in Tyrol. With crops weakened by diseases, new ideas and new methods were needed to generate wealth and start anew, looking to the future with courage and confidence. On that day of fanfare and festivities, the man in the spotlight, who had been entrusted with the task of modernizing and improving the efficiency of the systems, fields and crops in that mountain region, was a young chemist originally from Bergamo. His name is the same we still bear today with pride and appreciation. Edmund Mach was a graduate of Vienna University, and with the simple approach of those who see the future clearly, he immediately charted out the course of a destiny we still carry within us. The Agricultural Institute of San Michele all'Adige would be a school and an experimental station. A place that would teach the best agricultural theory and practice, a centre for testing and trialling the techniques and technologies of the near future. Right from day one, this mission enabled us to accompany Trentino through all its social and economic transformations and to aid the development of the region, highlighting some of its truest and most enduring vocational characteristics: respect for the environment, agricultural excellence, attention to the health and well-being of the population, and then, let us not forget, a love for vines and their most precious product, wine, the fruit of knowledge, passion, and hard toil. In 1899, our founding father left the institute, but the road to the future had already been charted out with assurance. The students spent their days between the vegetable gardens, stables, laboratories, and winery. Their days were long and productive, 5 hours of study, 5 of practice, then a further 2 hours devoted to study and revision. Life continued uneventfully between the fields and the ancient walls of the Augustinian monastery that housed the school. The institute was a miniature Garden of Eden with an abundance of plants, crops, and products that were all essential for learning and understanding, if not also for subsidizing teaching costs. Year after year, the institute molded expert technicians and farmers to spread knowledge of modern agricultural methods that would improve production. In 1918, the institute became officially Italian, and the newly appointed director was Osvaldo Orsi. This was a period of many adjustments, leaving behind the rules of the old empire in favour of those of the young Kingdom of Italy. In 1929, a new director was appointed. The highly regarded university professor who came from Pisa was Enrico Avanzi. He immediately set the experimental station to work on the genetic improvement of mountain agricultural products: maize, potatoes, and oats. During this period, the institute had to fight to maintain its independence and fend off interference from the fascist state. It was a battle that came at a price, namely a slew of cuts to funding. However, overcoming endless difficulties, the institute always managed to help the farmers of every valley in Trentino, thanks to the theoretical and practical knowledge gained in the vegetable gardens and laboratories of the school. This duty has defined our history from the outset. After another war, peace was eventually restored again. Reconstruction could begin, and at San Michele too. There was much to do and great losses to be addressed. The numbers of the students first of all. It was a difficult time for the school, but with perseverance and determination, the Agricultural Institute reclaimed its central role in Trentino's educational and economic master plan. Funding returned, and with it, the students. In 1957, the institute appointed a new chairman, a dynamic young provincial councillor by the name of Bruno Kessler. 3 years later, as president of the autonomous province of Trento, Kessler turned the institute from a 3-year school into a higher school. It was now classified as a legally recognized technical agrarian institute specialized in viticulture and enology. And after a change to the school statute, it moved into new premises in 1967. Packing up its classrooms, the school bid farewell to the old monastery. Practice and theory remained the key words that drove decisions and teaching choices, forging the next generations of students. From the 70s on, enrollments increased steadily. Research became more and more sophisticated and attuned to the needs of a burgeoning society and an increasingly connected world. 1996 marked another change of pace with the signing of an agreement with the Fachhochschule, or University of Applied Sciences, of Wiesbaden in Germany. After obtaining their high school diploma, students now had the opportunity to enroll to a 3-year course specializing in enology. This educational offer catered the needs of new, modern wine production, which in those years was changing at a rate and quality previously unimaginable. The Agricultural Institute of San Michele remained true to its vocation, striding boldly towards the future. In 2002, the institute absorbed ESAT, giving rise to a Centre for Technical Assistance alongside the school and the Research Centre. In 2008, 134 years after its foundation, the institute boasted a more comprehensive offering than ever and an outward-looking approach. The old name and statute were changed. The Agricultural Institute of San Michele became a private foundation of public interest, changing from a functional to an instrumental body of the autonomous province of Trento, and encompassing the Centre for Alpine Ecology. The new name offered a nod to the past, resurrecting the identity of the man who had already imagined our destiny on that autumn day long since past. What happened in the years that followed had the logical and inevitable continuity of a trajectory. The trajectory traced by an arrow fired from the past in the direction of the future. Is this the finish line of our long history? Has the arrow finally reached its target? We think not. The roll call of 27 students for that first course in 1874 has now grown to more than 1,200 each year. Our school is bigger, our programs wider and more ambitious. Now more than ever, research forms the core of our knowledge and expertise, but our dedication to the land, to agriculture, to human and environmental health, and to respect for our territory remains unchanged. We continue to look at the future, to use our imagination and creativity to anticipate change, to develop more effective, efficient tools tailored to the needs of the world that awaits for tomorrow. For us, this is a new beginning, with new pages waiting to be written by us. It is the destiny we carry within us.